What's up, guys? Mickle here, and in the past few days we have had some massive rulings in the Ripple SEC case. In this video, I want to go over some hidden gems that you guys have not seen yet that are going to be extremely interesting and are going to have very broad implications for this case going forward. We actually found a very funny hidden gem in one of these reports where Brad Sherman, the congressman who went off about XRP in the SEC congressional oversight meeting, was actually directly called out by Ripple's legal team. I want to show you guys exactly what Ripple's legal team had to say about this because, guys, I think I'm going to show you that Brad Sherman could have really hurt the SEC with his rant about XRP being a so-called security. Make sure you guys stick around for that. This is pretty funny. We also have some very interesting information to talk about in regards to Ripple and central bank digital currencies. In this video, I want to go over a very interesting development that just came out that shows XRP is in the lead for the #1 platform to transform the future financial system. Guys, the more and more I study different digital currencies, it becomes so obvious that XRP is a clear leader in revolutionizing our financial system. Make sure you guys stick around till the end of the video because I'm going to show you exactly what differentiates XRP from all the different digital assets out there in the eyes of the elites. Like always, if you guys are new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It goes such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys are ever looking for a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link in the description below. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Real quick, guys, if you want to get 6 free stocks, make sure to check out the link for MOO-MOO down in the description below. If you sign up with MOO-MOO and deposit just $1, you will get 6 free stocks, and each one could be worth up to $1,000. So make sure to check that out if you want some free stocks. So guys, I want to start this video off and show you something pretty crazy and show you just how petty, just how absurd the SEC really is. So I was doing some digging on the new SEC case against a former Coinbase employee, and the SEC is essentially alleging that this former Coinbase employee was trading illegal securities and then in the process essentially claimed 9 new crypto tokens were securities. So one of the tokens they actually said was now a security was the LCX token. I don't know too much about LCX, but I know a lot of people in the XRP community are actually involved in this token. It seems like a pretty interesting token. I don't know too much about it, but it seems like it's got some pretty good fundamentals behind it. Well, I was trying to figure out exactly why the SEC went after this project because from an outside perspective, it looked like a pretty regulated project. It looks like they had some good things going. It didn't look like they had an ICO. So I was like, why is the SEC coming after this project? Well, after taking just a quick glance at the SEC's filing against LCX, it became very clear why the SEC chose to go after the LCX token. Take a look at this, and guys, it is insane that the SEC would even admit this in their filing, because when I read this to you, you guys are going to be like, wow, that is the exact reason the SEC chose to go after this project. Listen up, this is from the SEC. The LCX website has a photo of its CEO pointing to an advertisement for LCX.com and the LCX tokens that stated in part, "Goodbye Goldman." So it looks like the SEC was pissed off because LCX essentially took a shot at Goldman Sachs. Guys, if that does not show you who the SEC is controlled by, I don't know what does. They are literally admitting that LCX pissed off their boys Goldman Sachs, and because of that, the SEC is going to take out a lawsuit against the LCX token and the LCX team. Guys, it is absolutely insane that the SEC would even bother admitting this. I mean, it is such a bad look and just shows, I mean, this being the last point for talking about LCX, guys, it shows that this did not sit well with the SEC, and that's pretty bad considering it was a shot at Goldman Sachs and didn't have anything to do with the SEC. So now, guys, I want to quickly cover this because I think it is very interesting, pretty funny, and I think it could have pretty big implications on the Ripple SEC case. If you guys remember, the other day there was essentially that congressional oversight meeting between Congress and the SEC chief of enforcement, and one of the congressmen, Brad Sherman, came out and essentially stated multiple times that he thought XRP was a security and he thought the SEC would beat Ripple in court. This was a pretty crazy statement for a congressman to be making because we know Congress really isn't supposed to be talking about ongoing litigations. It seemed like this guy had a real hatred for crypto. Well, he does have a real hatred for cryptocurrency, but it seemed like he really wanted the SEC to take down XRP. And I have a feeling for Brad, it really didn't have anything to do with XRP itself. He just hates all cryptocurrencies, so he wants to see the SEC take over crypto and essentially just shut down the innovation in the US. One thing that was pretty funny though is Brad really shouldn't have been talking about this ongoing case. It's really taboo to do this as a congressman. You're really supposed to just let the court do its job, and you're really not supposed to talk about this stuff to the public. Well, apparently Brad didn't seem to really care about this, and he just could not help himself to go out of his way and go on multiple rants about how he thought XRP was a security. Well, guys, I don't think Ripple liked this very much, and Ripple actually made a point in their most recent filing to the court to actually bring this up. Listen to this, because Ripple actually uses this tirade by Brad Sherman in this congressional testimony to their advantage in this filing. I thought this was absolutely genius. The Ripple legal team put out in their filing, the SEC's case has spawned enormous public and regulatory pressure on Ripple's former and current business partners. Just this week, U.S. Rep. Brad Sherman, chairman of the House subcommittee that has oversight authority over the SEC's enforcement division, declared that the SEC has determined that XRP is a security and is going after XRP, and urged the SEC to go after digital exchanges where tens of thousands of illegal securities are occurring. So guys, the reason Ripple brought this up and mentioned this in this filing is because it shows how out of line the SEC is in this case. The SEC is working behind closed doors with different politicians like Brad Sherman and essentially convincing them that their goal is to go after these crypto tokens, determine their securities, and then rip the market to shreds by filing intensive cases against all the different cryptocurrency exchanges. Guys, what this shows is that the SEC has no interest in protecting retail investors because retail investors make up the majority of this market. What this is showing is the SEC is not protecting anyone. In fact, they are actually just attacking the industry. There has never been any clear regulations for anyone to follow, and what the SEC and Brad Sherman want to do is work together to try to figure out how to take down this entire industry. What this is going to show the court is that if the court declares that XRP is a security, it will do a ton of damage to not only XRP holders, but all retail investors who are invested in cryptocurrencies. Really, what this is going to do is show the court that the SEC has no interest in pursuing its mandate to protect the retail public, but would rather look to protect its banking buddies in its own jurisdiction and attack the crypto industry to try to take it down before there's any clear rules for the cryptocurrency companies to comply by. And that leads me to a tweet I put out the other day in response to Sam Bankman-Fried, who tweeted out, "There are tokens that are securities and there are tokens that are not. The SEC should regulate the securities. The CFTC should regulate those that are not securities. In the end, I want federal oversight over crypto one way or another." And guys, I completely agree. I don't care if the SEC has oversight over a lot of crypto projects. I don't care if it's the CFTC. The problem is the SEC is attacking projects based on imaginary standards. All we want is clear rules for these different projects to comply by, and that way we know what is legal and what is not. But the annoying thing is the SEC will not provide any of these rules. All they want to do is promote ambiguity. Therefore, they can attack whatever project they want. They can go after anyone. Anything is part of their jurisdiction, and it's all one massive money and power grab. It has nothing to do with creating clarity. It has nothing to do with protecting investors, and that's what is so annoying about everything taking place right now. The SEC was a responsible regulator. If the SEC was looking out for the crypto industry and just wanted to protect the retail public, just wanted to make sure there was no fraud, guys, no one would have an issue. People have an issue with the SEC and the way they conduct themselves, and guys, that is not going to change unless the SEC puts out some clear standards for these projects to follow. Last of all, I want to show you some very interesting information that I came across in regards to Ripple and XRP and building central bank digital currencies, new rails for a financial system that will be based directly on internet protocols. Guys, listen up to this. This is a member of Ripple where he talks about the fact that central bank digital currencies are already here. The future is already coming. No country in the next 10 years is not going to be using a CBDC. Listen up closely to this, and then I want to show you guys a very interesting note from the Bank of International Settlements, the central bank of central banks, directly talking about why XRP will win out in this transformation of our financial system. Listen up to this, and then I'll show you that.
I think the big question, I think central bank digital money will definitely happen. I mean, it's already happening. Congratulations to Nigeria and a few other countries. We're working on projects that are pilots prior to going live, so not proof of concepts. I think proof of concepts should be a thing of the past now. And the big question really is what happens in the middle. You know, the commercial bank sector, and whether that will be, you know, ultimately stable coins or some other form of digital money. But digitization is happening. You know, you can't turn back the clock. You can't, you know, change the future of the world. It's going to happen at some point, and there definitely will be coexistence based on rules, based on use cases, and a bunch of other things.
So guys, the guy you just listened to talking was James Wallace. He's the head of CBDCs at Ripple. So guys, if he is telling you that we're not talking about testing, we're not talking about prototypes anymore, we're talking about go live digital money, then guys, that means the future is here. That means we are closer than ever to central bank digital currencies. But the important thing is the technology they're going to be using. Guys, I want to show you guys that the technology they're going to be using most likely in almost most scenarios will be XRP. I want to show you guys a big reason why, and this was not pointed out by some random researcher. This was pointed out by the Bank of International Settlements, the central bank of central banks controlled by the highest level elites in the entire world. Take a look at this. This is what they had to say, and this is so important. They pointed out, and this is something that's very nuanced but so important to understand, they said that one of the most important things about emerging technologies in the blockchain space is that there is no monetary reward for confirming transactions. This is because having a monetary reward for confirming the transactions creates an imbalance in the system itself. It causes front running, it causes inefficiency, and causes problems with scalability. This is something that David Schwartz has been saying since day one, and has always stated that the best reward is no reward, and that's one of the most powerful things that the XRP ledger has built into it that almost no other blockchain has. Almost every other blockchain offers rewards to try to boost adoption. Guys, the XRP ledger does not need rewards to boost adoption. It has adoption because it works, and it works good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I really hope you enjoyed this update. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out so much. I hope everyone has a great weekend. And for now, Mickle out.